Hey, welcome Libra to your first reading with me in January 2024. Going to a Celtic cross and tap into your energies, hopefully to open some mental doors and to look at your situation from a different perspective. I have already split the cards and shuffled them around and fanned them out and everything. So this is just for you, tuning into your energies, Libra. We're going to look at the astrology as well. Wow. Okay, we're going to go with those to start with. I'm going to do it like that. Ooh, okay. All right. And that. And that's coming up a lot at the moment, the Judgment card. And we're going to look at these together as we go through the reading. Okay. So, Libra, we've got to start with, the Five of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So, the Five of Swords is this kind of win at all cost energy, and you're the Queen. The Queen of Pentacles is around you as well. So, I feel like someone is being quite scratchy with their words. Um, what could that be about? You've got the Three of Swords below you. The Queen of Pentacles is not that kind of energy. She's very grounded, someone who cares about others, in tune with nature, someone who has plenty. So you wouldn't feel like she needs to be aggressive or petty and argumentative with other people. So I don't know what that's about, Libra. Maybe it's someone you're working with. I mean, we have got the new moon in Capricorn on the 11th of January. That falls in your fourth house, which is about home, security, mother, and property. So I don't know if some of you got a mother figure that you're not getting along with. We've got the Three of Swords, which is talking about some kind of heartache or disagreement. Maybe too many people, too many cooks, stirring the broth or something. The Ace of Swords has been like a hard truth has come in, and you're aware of it already, Libra. This is something that I don't know. I'm feeling for some of you that maybe a mother figure has given you some kind of harsh truth, and it was painful. It could be about how she's investing, or maybe her future in some way. Maybe it's to do with siblings or something. It could even be a boss. I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, we'll see about this. And I will do clarifying cards for the Five of Swords to see why that's there, because there's a lot of it's very your energy. It's very airy. You've got that kind of communications going on, lots of words, striking chords that are powerful. And then at the top of the spread, it's like a judgment card. Well, this is the judgment card. So it feels like something's kind of is beyond your normal understanding of a situation. It feels like something bigger has come in, and it's kind of taking control in some way. It's sweeping you along. Um, hmm. I don't know if there's a sense of maybe some kind of declaration a mother figure has given to you. It could even be a neighbor that you're really fond of, but maybe she's declared something about her future, and that's maybe making you feel a little bit hurt. Maybe you didn't expect her to say that. It could also be a feeling of thinking, okay, I'm not enjoying being on the receiving end of this Five of Swords energy, so I'm making a choice to move away from that and live in a more positive energy, moving away from negativity in some way. I think it feels like some of you might have been putting up with this Five of Swords energy. I mean, it could be that someone was not quite being fair or something, and now as you go forward, you've got this Seven of Pentacles, where it's like thinking, okay, is this actually worth my while? I kind of put a lot of effort into this relationship, possibly with a mother or something to do with the home, over a long period of time, 7 years, for example, and or more, and multiples of seven, and you're just thinking, actually, it's not making me feel as good as I was hoping it would do. I'm not having the rewards I was anticipating by now. So some of you might be deciding to make a change. You could be at some kind of it's taking stock and deciding where you want to invest the next 7 years. Perhaps you might not choose to be in this energy. Um, even in 7 weeks' time, you might be deciding to remove yourself from that energy. Yeah, the Tower card, you're taking drastic action, Libra. Okay, so this is you saying, okay, I'm shaking up this whole setup. It's not working for me. It's next to me. It's joined in with this Judgment card. I feel like you're calling the shots here. It's like, okay, if it's not going to be, if people are not going to appreciate me, if people are not going to acknowledge what I've put into this situation or relationship. I mean, if it's a boss, you know, someone you've worked under and you've tried your best, you're thinking, okay, I'm just going to maybe decide to move jobs. I'm thinking about moving house, and we're gonna like, it's like the castle's burning down to the ground. Obviously, not literally, but it's a relationship that's. I think there's going to be some serious, you know, conversations, and it could be quite dramatic. What's, you know, the words that are being spoken, so it could shake someone to their core. But of course, the point of the tower crumbling is that we can rebuild it. So I'm wondering if the next cards are showing you rebuilding some kind of relationship with an elder female, someone around you. Oh, very nice. The strength card. So it looks like you're being seen as actually very strong here, with the strength card, Libra. So that's a sense of strong and stable energy. Okay. It's great because it's a number 8. She's got the infinity symbol above her head. So I feel like you're very conscious about what's happening, and you're probably manifesting how you'd like things to be. And as with Abraham Hicks says, you know, the law of attraction and the contrasts and everything like that, maybe seeing how things are not quite the way you'd like them to be with this swords energy that's quite harsh. You're actually manifesting a new setup, you know, deciding to rewrite the way this relationship is. And if the other person isn't going to come along with you, I feel like you're going to sort of step back and, you know, withdraw a little bit. And because if unconditional love and sort of gentle energy is not being reciprocated, it's kind of thinking, well, maybe I need to invest my energy elsewhere because it's not being appreciated. When you are, it feels like you're coming from a place of love with that strength card. You are. So let's see how that's received. Okay, yeah, more competitive energy with the 5 of Wands. So it does just feel like competitive. I don't know if it's with siblings. I'm not sure. But this is kind of, people are not being hurt, but there is that 3 of Swords there. So obviously it is a bit hurtful. Maybe ideas are being brandished around a bit too vigorously, you know, without much consideration for for others' feelings in some way. Yeah, I mean, it could be a competitive energy where you're able to kind of grow and learn new skills whilst you prove yourself in some way. What's your overriding? Oh, 5 of Cups. So there is a disappointment and a sadness. It feels like, yeah, you're reflecting on the painful kind of exchanges that have been had. I mean, if it is in a loving, you know, it could be a romantic relationship. If you are the Queen of Pentacles, Libra, you could be coming over, you might be someone who's got strong earth in your chart, and maybe you've been dealing with someone who's the 5 of Swords, and you just maybe are thinking, I can't deal with this anymore. You might have been trying to with all your might to kind of buffer this person's energy, maybe to people around it, either in the workplace or at home or in some kind of family situation. But it was beyond you in some way. It feels like you've decided, you know, I can't, there's harsh truths here that you think, okay, I'm really seeing this for what it is. And sometimes it's like having a hole in your bucket, or I mean, you can see these 3 cups have fallen over. So there's some sadness about pain in a relationship. Let's look at the clarifying energy for that 5 of Swords. Could you show us a bit more, please, universal guides and spirits? The highest order for Libra. Why is the 5 of Swords there? A bit more on that 5 of Swords. How can Libra navigate the 5 of Swords, or what do we need to know about the 5 of Swords, please? The Capricorn energy is very diligent sort of energy. It's asking you to plan ahead and think about, oh, where would you like to be in 12 months' time? So, I mean, you might be reflecting on this relationship that you've got a connection work-wise, or like I was saying earlier, some kind of family, you know, hierarchy perhaps. 10 of Wands. Yeah, somebody's just overwhelmed. You're feeling overwhelmed by this person who's just too much, you know, too much gunfire coming out of their mouth. You know, it's like, what is that about? And it's lowering your vibration. And I feel like you're a gentle soul here. I think you're a Libra person with strong earth. So you'd rather have calmness around you. I mean, if you think about the land and high winds, it just dries out the wind. The wind dries out the land. If there's too much, you know, sharp, brisk winds crack the ground, don't they? So if you think of wind and earth, it kind of dries you out and makes you feel cracked, and that kind of exposes you, doesn't it, to yeah, it doesn't help you feel complete if there are cracks in your energy because of this sharper person around you. What's at the bottom of the deck? I'm just peeping. The Hierophant. Wow. So some of you, yeah, you might be looking at contracts in some way. There might be yeah, it might be something to do with a legal issue as well for some of you. Maybe someone's got a neighbor that's really loud. It could be that for some people that might be choosing to move house because of a noisy neighbor. Yeah. Okay, we're going to look at the Oracle energy cards, and then we're going to finish off with some tea leaves and some romance angels. Okay, so you've got here the Llama. Set clear boundaries and enforce them. That feels very much like a neighbor energy. Maybe you need to secure some fences. Archangel Camiel, it feels like, yeah, you might need to establish your boundaries in some way, in a physical kind of, in a property. I mean, it could be obviously in a more intimate way if it's, a loving relationship, or in a family kind of setup. But yeah, establishing boundaries, even if it just means you taking some time for you, Libra, where you're, taking time out from the family. Maybe you've got an office space where you can go and work and just switch off. But if it's neighbors, yeah, maybe establish a firm boundary fence. Maybe your fence is blown over. We've got a lot of wind here at the moment, but you might need to firmly establish that. Maybe you could plant some shrubs or something that make you feel a bit more, the areas defined about who is where. Okay. And then the crystal you've got, it is azurite, and the message is deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences. Yeah, maybe with a parent, with a mother figure, or a female relative, an elder, and you're willing to devote time and energy towards therapeutic care. So, that could be anything about going for, Indian head massages, and doing some having Reiki healing. There's all sorts of beautiful music baths you could have. So check out your local, you know, health centre, not the typical health centre. I mean, like a therapeutic alternative health centre, and see what they've got on offer. There might be something there that appeals to you. Even drumming, beautiful drumming sounds can resonate through your heart. And we've also got Organize for Success. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it's simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. So, talking about workspace, maybe you need to, if you've got neighbours that are too loud, maybe you need to move your office space to another part of the house. I'm sure you've thought of this already, but it's just what I'm offering you as a suggestion. And let's look at the Romance Angels card. I'm not really seeing love here. I mean, there's the Three of Swords, but it doesn't feel like it's romantic. It feels like this is some kind of family member, or an elder superior in some way, someone that's in a hierarchy would be above you. They were there first. So you have, maybe it's neighbours that have been there for a long time, and they feel like it's within their rights to kind of dictate the noise level, or I don't know, the space around you. So it is healthy to have these established boundaries, definitely, to have a more comfortable living arrangement. Yeah. Romance for Libra, please. Is there any romance or loving connections for Libra in this reading? Obviously, this is a general reading, Libra, so it's not for everyone, and nothing is cast in stone. This is just exploring what might be around you. Well, that one wanted to flip. I'm going to take the top one now if there's nothing. Okay, what's the top card? I didn't feel it's romantic, this reading, anyway. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So, that could be platonic. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it feels like it might help if you open up and talk to someone about how you feel when they speak to you in such a way that's hurtful. Three of Swords there, someone is really hurt. I mean, some people might be actually on the receiving end. If they're feeling, someone might come to you and say they feel that you've spoken to them in a way that was hurtful. I mean, maybe you didn't realize you said something that was, it got to somebody, it got to them. Okay, tea leaf energy. I hope you've enjoyed the reading as we round off with the tea leaves cards, and please do help me to grow the channel by clicking on that thumbs up, and if you fancy subscribing, that would be wonderful for me. I love doing the tarot readings on YouTube. And yeah, and I'll be following up this reading soon, in the next week or so, and we can see what else is happening if you feel like this story is for you. But obviously other messages might come in for the next reading. So what's next? It says flute. Disappointment in a friend or lover. Yeah, feels more like a friendship, you know, where you're having to explain how you feel. I mean, it could be a lover, but it feels to me like someone needs to explain how another person's made them feel, you know. Next card. Scales, keep your life in balance. Yeah, that's very Libra, isn't it? That's your energy. So, you know, give and take, sharing feelings if someone's hurting your feelings. And one more from this deck. Okay. Peacock, beware of great pride. Maybe somebody's just really showing off and it's tiring. You know, maybe it's just too much. Maybe somebody's living next to someone whose house is just a showpiece and you think, wow, this is really making me feel uncomfortable if your house isn't a showpiece. I don't know. It's just a thought. Thank you so much for watching, Libra. Sending you so much love and light. Happy New Year to you for 2024, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.